Welcome back from the rest hold, everybody. We are going to do our two main events for the evening. The Belt or Bury is coming up in the next part, but this part is going to be the monthly mailbag, or mailbag questions for May. The couple of questions that you guys had sent in over the course of the past couple of weeks. I think this one was like a bigger stretch than the last one. So we got 4 questions here from 4 different people. Let's go through them one by one. Sent in from Peter is, do you watch any independent wrestling? What indie wrestlers do you guys like, and where do you see them in the future? I don't watch really any indie wrestling because I only check out WWE. The only one that I do check out is part of the one that I am working with, and that's Old Time Wrestling in Williamstown, New Jersey. And they've got quite a bit of people that I think are actually really, really talented and could go far. There's Mick Drake, there's Brian Johnson, Andy Bivians, Bazooka Joe, Adam Chandler, Justin Pusser, good old Chris Dace. You know, I think that a lot of these guys are really, really talented, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if a good portion of them made it somewhere. You know, the more popular ones, the Dragon Gates and stuff like that. But I don't really check out like CZW. I don't really check out Shimmer or Glow or I don't even check out Ring of Honor and TNA. Like, that's how bad I am when it comes to indie wrestling. But what about you guys? Any particular standouts that you guys see?
As to where all these indie workers will be, living off welfare because there's no money in pro wrestling.
Yep.
As far as giving a legitimate answer goes, I watched little bits here and there. I watch a bit of Ring of Honor now and again. Can't really call New Japan an indie wrestling. Global Force I'll give a chance. Lucha Underground I'll watch on occasion. But ever since I got out of the business, I don't care for indie wrestling because when it comes down to it, it's a guy wearing leather baggy pants because he's too self-conscious about fucking wearing tights and he's really skinny and boring. That's pretty much indie wrestling in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have no interest in any indie wrestling. Every time I watch it, I feel like I'm watching, like, I don't know, like I'm watching a high school play.
That's a good equivalent, though.
Wait, who was that said yeah? Did we add somebody to the show here?
Nah.
Ooh, yeah.
Anyways, guys.
Oh, it's Drew. Hi, Drew.
You've ruined everything. God damn it.
Fuck.
We were just trying to make it casual, but now you made it forced.
I made it weird.
When it comes to
global
indie
forced.
wrestling, there we go. But no, I don't really watch much indie wrestling. The only indie wrestling I will watch is if I want to go back and watch someone else's indie. If for example, Wega will mention someone and you're like, yeah, this guy had a good match with someone. And every once in a while, I'll go back and watch a certain person's match. Like a while ago, he was talking about some of Adrian Neville's matches with Finn Balor, I believe, and I've gone back and watched those. And I'll do that, but I don't watch indie wrestling currently. But I am curious to watch Lucha Underground and possibly Global Force when that comes around.
The only one I really watch, and it's not even really by design, just because it happens to come on right after Saturday Night Live on Saturday night, is Ring of Honor. I mean, I watch, I'll occasionally see it about half the time. I enjoy parts of it. You got guys like AJ Styles, you got the Briscoes. I like Jay Lethal. Of course, Cheeseburger. He's pretty good.
You gotta love Cheeseburger.
I think he's got a future in McDonald's.
Exactly.
I like bacon cheeseburger better.
But other than that, I mean, I've never really watched any of the other indies. Just moving right along there. So I don't really have too much to add there.
Second question is from Declan McAree. Did any of you guys play in any sports teams earlier in your life or even right now? If so, what sport was it that you played? What position did you play? And how long were you on the team? Nope. It wasn't a part of any of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember how I went back to that skinny guy in the leather pants, terrible in the ring? Yeah,
That was Tony. Oh, that was you? Okay.
Yeah, I did a bit of indie wrestling for a while. I considered going into MMA, probably dabble in it, nothing special.
Go the Chris Jericho method?
Yeah, I'll do the Chris Jericho method. I mean, I'm already hosting a podcast. I've already done wrestling. So, shit, if I can star in a fucking dog pukey YouTube series, it'll be great.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You might have some legal
He
trouble
has
with
web
that one.
series on Comedy Central now, though, so you gotta get up there as well.
Yeah, I was never a sports guy. I appreciate like watching some sports, and I can't even really watch most of them for the most part. Like, I cannot sit through an entire basketball game. That is so boring to me. So playing
That's a
basketball, it's more fun, but even that, I still am just going to go in like, well, what's the point? We're just going back and forth. Like, and I had really bad asthma as a kid. It's gotten better over the years, but that, of course, prevented me from doing that too because, you run
Was you the
around.
douche kid that got his fucking mom to write him a note so he could skip physical education?
No, I didn't do that.
Oh,
I did skip one class through that, though. I skipped woodshop. Because I was just like, I don't fucking want to do this.
Yeah, that
This
is
is
kind
dumb.
of a stupid fucking class.
Yeah, I knew well in advance that I wasn't going to do anything that had to do anything with woodshop. And I was just like, you know what? Why risk, like, my allergies flaring up and going through that kind of crap? I'll just, get a automatic pass and, do my homework and shit instead. But no, I never really got into sports, and when you don't get into sports as a kid, that pretty much dictates that you're not going to be in sports for the most part. I don't know really anybody that was fond of sports that didn't stick with it, and people that weren't that became fond of it later on. Like, so I never played because I never really cared, and the most I ever did was like gym class and shit. Yell at those people for not putting up both their hands and stuff. Drew, I know that you are in tennis at the very least.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've actually.
He's actually
played...
into baseball. He just keeps bringing the wrong fucking thing.
No, I've actually played almost every. I've played a lot of sports. I remember when I played soccer. That was like the first sport I ever remember playing.
I could see you being a soccer person.
Let's see, yeah, soccer. That was like when I was like that was when I was like 3 until I was like 10. Soccer was actually probably the sport I was best at for my age. So I'm actually kind of disappointed I quit that. But no, something I'd seen it doesn't do. By the way, he doesn't quit. But no, I played football from like 3rd grade to 8th grade, and I was like a position wide receiver because I'm small and white. That tends to like help. Yeah, shut up. Hey, I'm just saying.
No, I don't make racist jokes.
I'm just saying it.
No, I was like the whitest kid on the team. I was.
Drew, put the shovel down. Just
Anyways, I'm burying myself if anything. So look at it like that.
Yeah, you're
That's
always
what I
burying
fucking was
yourself.
saying. You're
Man,
digging
the whitest kid
yourself
on the
into a
whitest
hole.
team, so
Stop
it doesn't matter anyway.
Stop!
So it didn't matter. So let's see. I played basketball for a while. I still play basketball. I played tennis in high school. I golfed a little bit. I dabbled in that really. I don't know. Stepdad wanted me to
Field
wrestle,
hockey.
but foot hockey, nah. I always wanted to play lacrosse. Lacrosse.
I
seemed like
totally
something
was
that'd
just
be
going to bring
fun.
up lacrosse. I could see you being a lacrosse person.
Yep.
I ran track. I almost ran cross country, but I didn't want to fucking run because they do too much running.
It's pretty much the whole point of it.
Yeah, well,
I'd like to do that run thing, except for I
I
cannot
ran
outrun.
track, and the coaches thought that I'd be a great cross country runner, and they thought I'd be like varsity right away. So they were like, "Yeah, come run." So during the summer, I went to their workouts in the beginning, and then and they ran like 6 or 7 miles for their practices, and I was just like, I fucking don't want to do this. So I just stopped that because that was not me. Like I didn't want
Remember,
that.
kids, if you're talented at something and it's too hard, don't do it.
Exactly. So there you go. I ran track. Like I played tennis, football, basketball, baseball. I played from like 6th until I was like in 10th grade. So I've really played a lot of sports. I just look like someone who wouldn't play sports, but I've really done a lot of stuff. So, yep, that's me.
Good story.
Well, thank you. I tried really hard on that one. So,
I used to play baseball.
you know a lot about baseball, though.
Baseball. I do know a lot about baseball.
Well, old
I used to play.
baseball. Yeah.
What position were you?
Third base.
Oh, it's cool. I was first base, so you could have.
I was gonna say the ball, but okay, that was.
It's like, no, people just used to beat me up with bats.
You know, Tony, you mentioned that story about that person in your gym class that you yelled at.
Yeah.
You know what she probably wants?
She wants me to just give her a hand and something.
She wants these hands.
It's terrible.
Maybe the whole Peyton being the ball thing, getting beaten up with the bats thing, maybe that applies with Drew in cross country. They were just like, yeah, you should be cross country. You should just like run across the country.
Yeah.
Kayla, did you ever do any sports?
No, I did not. I was always the
All
band.
right, that's all for that question.
I know, right? No, I was in marching band, so I was at all the football games, but I never paid attention to them. I was always goofing off with my friends or flirting with girls or something.
Yeah.
So I was there and kind of goofing around with that, but never really played any sports. In fact, like sports weren't even something that I was raised around. I mean, there was never sports on at my house. I've never saw like a sporting match on the television.
You can tell now if you're referring to it as a sporting match.
I call it a sporting match. But like I've I
never saw
find it
an
boring.
athletic competition.
Exactly.
What are those
no goal
decathlons?
units. So like I've never watched a Super Bowl. I've seen bits and stuff here and there. I've been to Super Bowl parties, but I've never really watched a football game. I
You
can
just
go
looked at the wall. Like, what were you doing at the party?
He goes to a fucking Super Bowl party. He's like, what base did you run to?
Exactly. I'll go to the Super Bowl party. I'll eat all the food, drink all the beer, and then like play with their dogs and cats and just enjoy the game. But
I hope you know these people.
You know, you wouldn't,
no, just random strangers. Yeah.
you wouldn't play with fucking Trish's animal.
But I mean, a lot of sports, I don't know, just kind of bore me. I can go see baseball live, but I can't watch it on TV. About the only sport that I can actually watch on TV a little bit is basketball, because I like how it's fast paced. I can't stand like the slower paced ones, at least in my opinion, slower paced, which I consider like soccer and even hockey, even though they're going back and forth. Any game where there can be an hour goes by in the game and the score is still 0-0, you lost me. I'm not interested.
What?
So, what?
I was just gonna ask, what did you play in the band?
Saxophone and
Oh,
percussion.
dude, same here. Nice.
Whoa! Awesome.
Well, was
Oh my
it-
god, small
what
world.
type of
It's always
saxophone?
as if like that's
Tenor,
a
alto,
main part of
what
bands.
type?
Mostly baritone sax, but I also
okay.
played alto and
I
tenor.
played the alto, so we're pretty.
Yeah, there you go.
Declan right now is listening to this, just face palming.
This is not sports at all. So in other words, to answer your question, who was the question asker on this one?
Declan.
Declan, no, I have never done any sports. So there you go.
He's never
you fell
participated
asleep.
in any sporting matches.
No sporting
Okay.
matches for this guy.
Well, Kaylin, you don't have to worry because he probably already fell asleep during Drew's answer.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, for about a week there, I was doing cross country. For another week, I did badminton. Another week, I was doing curling.
Yeah, I play like every fucking sport at one point in my life. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't mean to brag, but
In high school, I was like the shot put king. I mean,
the shot put. What the fuck is that?
you know what a shot put is?
Oh, I thought you said shot put. I was like,
He
is there a
did.
picture of putt,
Yeah, that's
putt,
what it's
shot put?
Hey, Drew, have you played rugby?
Rugby? No, I never have.
So
Well,
you
I
haven't
have-
played every sport, have you?
I said almost every sport.
Played some games of Red Rover.
Ooh, Red Rover's pretty fun. You know, I wish we had like a dodgeball team or something like that. Kickball. I was a master at kickball.
Master.
I heard you have to kick. I heard you have to kick the ball in that one.
Well, you know how like
don't have to.
that Peyton was just hit by bats in baseball. Yeah.
Just Rochambeau.
What, people just kicked you?
Silent Wind of Doom. Oh wait, no, he's fuck us, right? That's what it was. He sends us. I'm just gonna go with Shaun's question from the Ask Him on episode 180. Did you blow your load at prom? Bonus question: is it Chandler or Chandelier? So Drew, was it Chandler or was it Chandelier? We gotta clear that up.
Okay. I don't even know what that's referring to off the top of my head, so that's the sad part. I'm gonna go with Chandler though. You know,
the
you knew it was
correct
gonna be
answer was
Chandler.
Chandler.
I don't know.
Okay.
Chandler, well, if it's a name, it's Chandler. But if it's like a chandelier, it's Chandelier. But in
Oh, I'm
some
glad you
cases,
fucking cleared that.
oh, in some cases, it might be both. So I'm going to go with my final answer of both.
Now you gotta answer the other one.
Oh,
Blow
did I
your
blow
load.
my
What
load?
happened at prom?
Well, what happened at prom is, we took some pictures, went on a nice dinner. We got to prom, danced a little bit, You know what? I was actually kind of disappointed. They didn't have like a fruit punch bowl, you know, because they're afraid people will put stuff in it. But I was like, the one fucking thing I was looking forward to was a fruit punch bowl. I didn't get that, so I was pissed off. But to answer your question, a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Like,
but
you've
no,
dodged that
no.
question
Hang on.
so
How about this?
much.
Hang on. No, I didn't. There you go. We had a curfew, and we had to be back by a certain time.
Well, it's a good thing Drew doesn't have to worry about the gentleman rule because he's not kissing.
No, I'm assuming, Peyton, your answer to this would be no, since you said before you didn't go to prom. You went, what was it?
I
out
took
drinking or something?
2 fine young ladies, one of them being a redhead, for a night out on the town where we went to a carnival, we went playing pool, and we did everything that wasn't going to lame-ass prom. And then, just as the prom was letting out, we crashed the outside and took pictures in front of the stagecoach.
I didn't think prom was that bad. I actually had a good time, so I don't know. I think it's more of like who you're with and like, you know, the atmosphere of it. But that was the only one I ever went to. So
what you're trying to say is Peyton's a loser. I mean, I think
no, I'm not saying that. I didn't go. Wait,
I'd be offended.
Hold on. I didn't
yeah?
go to prom in high school. My girlfriend just happens to be a senior in high school, so I just kind of got roped into it. So
I'm sorry. How many dates did you guys have for prom? Because I had 2.
you didn't go to prom, so you didn't have any.
That's true. He's got you that one.
I did go to prom. I just went in the last 5 minutes. So there.
As far as prom goes in England, it's never been a real big deal until probably the last couple of years that I was in high school. And I just didn't see the appeal. I got drunk as fuck at a skate park and hung out with my friends.
I went to 2 proms. I went to my junior prom and my senior prom. And one of them, yes, I did get lucky. The other one, not so much. And like one of them, we went to this lame after prom that the school put on. But, you know, it was all right. We did
shit.
yeah.
Our school doesn't do that for some reason.
But that was one where I did not get lucky. So the other one I did.
I think
Did you guys, were your proms at your school? Because all my dances except for homecoming were always outside of the school.
No, the prom that I went to, it was in a fancy hotel in Indianapolis. So they usually go all out for our proms because it's, you know, self-funded for the most part. So for the past, at least since I've been in high school, they've been going to the same place, which is not at my high school. But, you know, Kaylin mentioned like the after prom stuff. Our school doesn't have one, which is unfortunate because like I've heard others have like bounce houses and shit, which sounds fucking awesome.
Oh, of course, true.
Sounds like a good money opportunity.
Wow,
Well,
how would
true.
I get one of those?
If your prom didn't have a bounce house, then that's on fucking you, isn't it?
You know, they didn't inquire about it, so
You didn't bring it up. That's your
Yeah,
responsibility.
you're meant to upsell.
I didn't want to do work that day.
This is why your
anyways.
parents aren't leaving you the business.
They're not leaving my sister in the business either, so.
Leaving me it.
Yeah, I was about
Leave
to
it
make
to
that
you. Oh,
joke,
okay.
but
Oh, my
fucking
bad. I don't
Peyton
think
made
anyone's going to be too happy to hear about this.
Why would you be upset? You get 50%.
I don't know what to say about this.
On the same kind of similar topic, though, Wolf Jones. Good name. Wolf Jones.
No Wolf Blitzer, but it's close. It's just not Dick Wolf.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the worst. Created by Dick Wolf. He says, do you guys prefer tits, legs, or ass on a chick? Hope I used the chick reference right.
I like them having all 3.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good answer.
No, here's the thing. To answer that question, that is such a BS question because I remember when I was younger, I was a boob guy easily, but now that I'm an adult, I'm fine with all 3, and now I was gonna say ass, but thinking about it, all 3 are nice. So and I don't want to cop out and say I take all. But I might have to do that unless one of you guys can convince me.
Yeah, you gotta rank them. What's the top?
Rank 'em?
What's the thing? If you had 3 people standing next to each other. One of them had, amazing tits, not great legs, not great ass, that kind of a thing, and it balances out whatever which one.
I'm glad that you cut that short. I thought you was going to explain every fucking scenario.
So let's do it like this. Say you have Stacy Keebler, or Paige, or Nikki Bella.
Wait, what does Paige have? She's fucking flat everywhere.
She's got an ass. What are you talking about? That ass.
No, she
juicy
doesn't.
Yes, she does.
No, she
Go with
doesn't.
Naomi for the
Fucking
ass.
look at it.
Go with Naomi for the ass, because she actually has an ass. Fucking Paige.
They all have asses.
Paige just got that fucking Elliot Reed ass where it's like flat like cardboard.
You are fucking blind.
No, Paige has.
He's only colorblind.
Paige has a little tushy. I used to give her.
You'd think I'd like
a
Paige,
bad
then
rep
she's
in the
only
back.
black and white.
But I will say one thing. She has gained a booty over the past year, so good for her.
So I'm a boob guy, more so than,
Oh
butts
wait,
and
we're
legs.
doing. This isn't the Divas tournament we're talking about.
No, it's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll belittle them again then.
Yeah, we'll get in the horrible mode in that point. But I've never seen the big deal about legs. To me, legs are like you either have good-looking legs or horrible legs. It's just sort of, you look at like a Stacy Keibler. Yeah, she's got big, long legs with they're obviously toned and everything like that. Yeah, okay. But I don't see anything wrong with any of the other legs of anybody else on the roster. Like, that's not a distinguishable feature to me. You got to have ugly legs.
Ugly eggs.
Ugly eggs. For me to pay attention to your legs, And an ass is like, you compare boobs to asses, so I'm going to
In most cases, if you have an ass, you have legs to go with it. That's the way I've always looked at it.
No, not at all.
No.
It's yeah, if it's a fit girl, then yes.
Thick girls usually don't have nice legs.
Fit girls. You know what I'm saying? Fit birds.
Fit girls usually don't have nice asses.
Ooh, good point. Good point.
They have bony asses. There's nothing shit about bones.
Bony jabronis.
If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go ass, boobs, legs. There you go. Because I'm not.
Fuck me, it took way too long to get to that answer.
You never go ass to boobs.
So, way go, Kaylin, Payton.
Whoever played that, 10 points for you.
That was me.
Never mind.
And now Tony's video is gonna get taken down.
Now somebody has to play, I'm a boob man.
No, that'll just be the outro.
I guess I'm kind of opposite of Tony. I would have to say I like of those. I mean,
What, you're fat and you don't gel your hair?
exactly. No, the three. What trumps those three? Even though it's not part of the question, I'd take a pretty face over all those any day.
Yeah,
'Cause I feel
that's,
like
obviously.
that trumps it. But if I have to go based on those three, I'd probably say good legs first. I don't know. I think that's nice toned legs. Ass is close behind. Get it? Behind. Ass probably second. As far as boobs go, I mean, as long as they're not too big or too small or too saggy or whatever, just I'm pretty good with just about any kind there. I mean, just as long as they're nothing too objectionable. I've never been super fascinated about the human boob.
Like the term objectionable. Like,
Yes.
you're like, making out with somebody, take the shirt off. Those are highly objectionable.
I object.
I'm offended at these breasts that you have.
But no, just as long as there's I'm not really into super huge ones. Like, more than a handful is unnecessary.
You know what I've never understood when people are like, oh, the bigger the better, and then you show these like freaks of nature with like they're like each boob's weighing like, I don't know, like 30 pounds or something. They're like some part of a freak show at a carnival or whatever, and it's just like, the fuck are you thinking? That's terrible.
Yeah, I've never really been a fan of the fake ones. Like, honestly, between Nikki and Brie, I'd have to go with Brie, just because it's, I don't know, more natural, more I don't know, seems healthier to me. The other kind just seems too fake. I mean, they're fun to play with too. But what?
Brie looks sick now.
Now, yeah, she looks kind of weird, but
It's probably living on a diet of like some weird algae or some shit.
So she lives on a
Yeah, she's
diet
on the
of
Daniel
5-hour
Bryan diet.
energy now.
Oh man, imagine having to cook dinner for him.
oh
Poor,
Jesus.
poor bastard.
It's like, so can we go to like Wendy's or something? No, I don't think that they have anything healthy enough there. I think
We
that
can
their
only
lettuce
eat
is.
Panera bread or grass.
Yeah. Their lettuce is in the vicinity of burgers, and I don't like that. Faden, you didn't answer.
I didn't.
I don't think you did.
No.
He's like, "Where's my Billy Gunn clip?"
I like a nice pair of greenish blue eyes.
Not part of the question.
What is it?
Glad you like me.
You gotta leave it like that.
Dead air, dead air, dead air.
You want me to play the Billy Gunn clip again?
How can you be dodging this question when Drew answered the prom one?
Yeah, Jesus.
I don't know. I'm not a sexually crazed pig like you guys.
Fuck you.
I am a respectable.
Let's quote from the last tournament. Chewed gum face Emma.
Well, that's not being a sex crazed pig. That's me telling her that she's fucking ugly.
Oh, that makes it.
You guys have a point.
It's crazy. This guy was asking a legitimate question. I was trying to give him an honest answer. All women are beautiful. All you women out there listening.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some real fucking trolls out there.
Let's rein that back a little bit here.
All right, except for
Like,
a couple
I've
dogs. You know who you are.
I mean, if you do some fucking random name search on Facebook, you'll find a real Jabba the Hutt. It's fucking terrible.
By default, 50% of them are ugly. That's what averages work out to.
Oh,
All right, guys. So if you're waiting for the Divas tournament, this is pretty much it right here.
Yeah, except it's more localized, just specifically to certain people.
Oh, yes.
So that will be coming up. I don't know when I'm going to do that yet, but maybe in July. I don't know. Depends when you guys want to request it or something. So
Maybe.
we'll
Back
see.
by popular demand.
So Paige's just not going to answer this question.
I'm assuming not. So we're going to say that he likes guys. That he's a big fan of Roman Reigns' ass.
He's Dick Wolf. That's what he is.
So we have Belt or Bury, Daniel Bryan coming up next, everyone. Click on that next video if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're on iTunes and Stitcher, then all you got to do is wait about 5 seconds. We will be right back.